Hello students, today we are going to discuss the last topics of our chapter, that is the cotton textile industry from the topic of the secondary activities. Last day we had discussed about the iron and steel industry. So cotton textile industry having some subsectors actually. They are the handloom, the power loom and the mill. Handloom sector means it is a small sector where the unskilled and the semi-skilled workers are working. This is a labor-intensive sector. And in this particular sector, the very limited amount of the capital is required. Like you all heard about the khadi that is propagated by the Mahatma Gandhi ji. So this was the part of the handloom only. This sector involves the spinning, weaving and finishing of the fabrics. Now the power loom sector. The power loom sector is actually introduced the machines. This is somehow better than the handloom sector, and this is less labor intensive because machines are in use, and in case of this particular sector the skilled laborers are working. High amount of the capital is invested and the total production is also increases. This is a capital intensive industry as well as in bulk the production is there. That is the second part of the cotton textile industry. And the third part that we are having, that is the after handloom, power loom, we are having the mill sectors. Mill sector means here large capital investments are required and over here the huge quantity of the production is there. Now cotton textile manufacturing requires the raw material, that is the good quality of the cotton only. And India, China, Pakistan, Uzbekistan, Egypt, these all are the countries where more than half or more than 50% of the world production of the cotton done. The countries of UK, European countries, Japan also produces cotton textile made from the imported yarn only. Europe alone is the country which accounts, like European countries alone are those countries which accounts nearly half of the world cotton production. But in this cotton industry, without the raw material, we require other things also. Good machines, skilled laborers, supply of the water, supply of the energy and etc. But nowadays this industry has faced a very stiff competition with the synthetic fiber. And hence it has shown a declining trend in many countries. Why it is having a stiff competition with the synthetic fibers? Because if you will see, synthetic fibers are cheap than the cotton. It is long lasting. Even the synthetic fiber products or garments are much attractive than the cotton products. So that's why there is a huge competition in the international market. The scientific advancement and the technological improvement, the structure of the industries changes. For example, Germany recorded constant growth of the cotton textile industry since the time of Second World War till 70s, but now it has declined. Now this cotton textile industries are shifted to the less developed countries where the labor costs are low, because it is a labor intensive industry. So in the less developed countries where the unemployment rate is high, labor cost is low, so in that areas it has been shifted. Now the last industry that we are having, that is the high-tech industry or the high technology industry. The high technology industry, in simple words we are saying it is the high-tech industry. In this industry, the latest generation of manufacturing activities is done. In this particular industry, we are using the advanced research technology and the development, that is called R&D. This manufacturing industries are using advanced scientific and engineering features. The professional workers, like those who are known as the white collar workers, are actually taking care of this kind of the industry. The maximum amount of the total workforce comes under from this white collar workers only. Those who are the highly skilled specialist worker, they are working over here. The automation, the robotics, the computer aided design, these all are the part of this manufacturing or this high-tech industries. Now in case of the manufacturing, they are using the electronics control of the melting refining process, and there is a continuous development in the chemicals and the pharmaceutical products also. So these all are the notable example of the high-tech industry. Now the characteristics of this high-tech industry. This high-tech industries are neatly spaced. They are the modern, even dispersed. They are not together at a place. They are actually located in a dispersed form, where they are having the plant lab buildings in a modern and a dispersed manner rather than massive assembled structures. The factories and the storage areas mark the high-tech industries landscape. Plant buildings are there, plant business parks are there, where the high-tech startups have become the part of the regional and the local development schemes. The high-tech industry, which are regionally concentrated, self-sustained and highly specialized, are called technopolis. The high-tech industries are obviously self-centered, they are self-sustained, they are highly specialized, and if it is regionally concentrated, it is called the technopolis. Silicon Valley, which is located near San Francisco, that is an example of this technopolis only. In India also now we are developing the technopolis in the cities of the Bangalore and all. Now manufacturing industry that contributes a huge amount or a huge significance, having a huge significance in the world economy. The iron steel industry, textile industries, pharmaceutical industries, automobile industries, electronic industries, these all are the most important manufacturing industries of the world. So the chapter finished over here only. Thank you so much all of you.